Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Gambit. We're about to look at this body. I'm going to call her the fake K for now. Even though I wouldn't be surprised if her name was actually K. I want to look at that, but I guess I can't. Okay.
An enormous semicircular desk with seating for 11. It almost reminds me of a certain legend.
Oh. Yeah, we did that already. There we go. But one thing's for certain. This isn't gay. She doesn't even look like her. I think we knew that already, Detective. RK's standing right over there, after all. I already see that. Magenta flower.
The victim looks to be in her 30s. She's wearing a white suit.
Notebook. Promises K. Could be she worked in one of the offices here in the building.
Perhaps, but for now she remains unidentified. The question is, why did the police seem to think her name was Kay? They must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
Let's start with that. I think this could be the murder weapon.
The three-armed candelabrum. The victim suffered the same number of puncture wounds to the chest.
So you're saying there's a chance is what I'm getting out of this.
The puncture wounds that could well have been made by these spikes.
A candle album?
Not quite, Detective. A candelabrum. A candle holder, in other words.
Ah, gotcha. That reminded me. I forgot to pay my electricity bill once a while back and had to live by candlelight for a whole month.
Well, who does that in this day and age?
Three-armed candle holder that may have been the murder weapon, judging by the wounds to the victim's chest. Okay. Alright, well, yeah, I want to look at that.
Oh, this book.
What the? That's Kay's promise notebook. So she wrote down all the promises she made to her dad. I haven't seen this in a while.
Indeed.
Never take things from a stranger, never go anywhere with a stranger. A book of vows made by a child to her father. Greet people to smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. The heck was that? I think something's ready for an update or something? I don't know.
But what exactly is it doing here?
Oh, I just remembered something. Detective Bad told me a few years back. He said something precious to Kay had disappeared from the station.
What? Evidence went missing from police custody?
Detective Bad said he'd looked for it everywhere, but no dice. Oh, yep, that's exactly what it is. My tablet is letting me know that my backup was incomplete, even though I didn't ask it to back anything up. Anyway, back to this case. What could this mean, and why did it turn up here of all places?
You there, what do we know about this notebook, officer? The victim was holding it when they found her, sir. It was the only thing with any kind of name on it at all. At the time. So that's how she became Kay.
Talk about a red herring. Still doesn't explain how she ended up with it, though. If only we had a few more leads on the victim's true identity. Alright, what are you holding your phone or a credit card?
It seems she suffered a serious burn to her hand at some point.
You think it had something to do with how she died?
No, this scar's too old for that. I would imagine it happened some time ago. She's holding something. Detective, could you open her hand for me?
Yes sir, right away. A key card. What is this? Wait, I know. It's a loyalty card, probably from a store. Ouch! It's a key card. Ah, why sir, why?
The question we should be asking is, what does it open?
Key card carried by the victim. What was it used for? Okay. Can I look at that?
There's something pinned to the jacket here. A piece of magenta fabric.
Whatever it was, it looks like it was torn off pretty roughly. But I have something that goes with that.
A pure white jacket with a deep red stain on its lapel. This jacket, the buttons are on the wearer's right-hand side.
What's so weird about that? Buttons always go on the right, no?
Not on women's clothing. Traditionally, the buttons would be on the left.
Like I always say, sir, you sure know your stuff.
This is common knowledge, Detective. Nothing else seems amiss.
Am I as dumb as Gumshoe? I didn't know that was a thing.
Wait, what's this in the pocket?
A pair of gloves, also white.
They don't seem to be soiled in any way. I imagine they must have belonged to the victim.
Alright. So we got that. I see I can deduce things.
The victim's hair is caked with blood.
Looks like she was hit with something, huh?
Unfortunately, it's too early to say for certain. Perhaps an answer will turn up as we investigate further.
Can I do anything else here? Was that it? I feel like I should be deducing something. Can I deduce this?
Could this be related to the evidence somehow?
There we go.
Judging by its appearance, I'd say that the flower Kay was carrying originally belonged to the victim.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it does look like it's made out of the same fabric. That does not help us very well at all.
Indeed, let's make a closer comparison.
Don't I just match up exactly? You've got one heck of an eye, sir. Magenta flower made from fabric that is usually worn on the chest as a decoration, torn from the victim's clothes. That's not good. I thought it belonged to the victim. This implies a connection between the victim and Kay Faraday. Furthermore, it appears that the flower was torn off with considerable force. Kay Faraday was involved in the incident somehow. Based on what we're seeing here, we have no choice but to treat her as our main suspect. What? But there's no way she could have done this. I can't even begin to imagine it. There isn't a murderous bone in her body. Nevertheless, we'd like the evidence to disprove such an assertion. Yeah, that's not what we were going for. For the moment, we're simply considering all the possibilities. Isn't that right, Miles Edgeworth?
For better or worse, yes.
Dang. Okay. Well, the deduce thing is gone, so there's that. Back out. Is everything done? No. What do I have here? Oh! Okay. Let's see what that gets us.
I would imagine that the victim's keycard probably grants access to this room, wouldn't you?
Let me go find out, sir. I'm back. They found some details on that keycard in the security room. It's for this room, just like you said.
So the victim was able to enter and exit this chamber freely.
Assuming that the keycard actually belonged to her, yes.
Indeed.
Keycard data jotted down. A keycard that grants entry to the committee chamber found in the victim's hand. Okay. What am I missing here? I feel like we got... Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't look at the blood.
It doesn't look as if there's anything in the chest pocket.
Nothing except this hole right here.
By the look how the fabric was torn, I think it was pierced by something sharp.
Can't keep your coins in there now, they'd fall right out.
Have you never heard of a change purse, detective?
Sure have, sir. It's another word for a pocket, right?
I give up.
That's probably for the best. That was... that was the thing I needed. Okay.
It seems we're no closer to discovering the identity of our victim.
Then, am I really Kay? Can you really be sure? Of course we're sure. What are you talking about? Thank you. And that person lying there? Is someone you may have murdered. But that's all we can say for now. That's all. No big deal. It's probably fine. No, there's no way she did it. Isn't that right, sir?
Indeed, I don't believe the Kay we knew could have done something like this.
Becoming real softy, Miles Edgeworth. Well, look who it is again. Oh, now I know who it is. Ugh, I know that voice. Yep. Oh, where's your, where's your handler? With a winning smile and the #1 name in the business is I, Prosecutor Eustace Winner. There she is. Please forgive the intrusion. Step away from that body, Edgeworth. I didn't call for you and I don't need you. This case is mine. It's what the victim would have wanted.
You knew the victim.
So, it really is her. But be not afraid, everyone. For the goddess of justice will guide us to the truth. And she sure will. Now that I'm here, everything's going to be all right. Whoever did this will live to regret it. Now show them the... Miles Edgeworth, who is this imbecile? Why am I getting the death glare? I've got nothing to do with him. Ziska von Karma, I presume. My apologies, I should have introduced myself sooner. Verity Gavel at your service. Deceased in this case is Rosie Ringer, attorney at law, and a member of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence and Evidence. Rosie Ringer. Alright. Let me see, that would explain the key card.
So you're the lead prosecutor.
Hasn't he been on, like, everything we're involved with? Yep, which means this case will be solved in... Yeah! You didn't tell me your name yet, little boy. If you want to know my name, all you have to do is... Yow! Hit him again! Hit him again! Stop babbling. Tell me. Now. It's Eustace Winner. I think we've established where the balance of power lies in this particular room. Yep. Mr. Guy in charge. Here, this is from Grandma. What's this? Oh, the preliminary findings. Looks like it's game over for you, Edgeworth. Isn't a game, Mr. Winner. Alright, that's me done. See you next, stiff. Yeah, home time. I could murder a bowl of noodles right about now. We're out of here, everybody. Stay healthy. Well, that was a thing that happened. Let's see. So the wound on her head is from when she fell over after she died? Potentially. Eustace? It was the candle holder that killed her, huh? And she died sometime late last night. What now, Gavel? It's very kind of you to share the coroner's findings with everybody, Eustace. But if you don't stop blathering, I'm going to end your life. Perhaps you should leave it there. We wouldn't want to strain your voice after all. It's true. We wouldn't want that. We certainly wouldn't want that. Oh, that would be a tragedy. Me and Edgeworth are on the same wavelength. Cause of death, stab wounds to the chest, head injury sustained post-mortem. Okay. Anyway, that settles it. We need to arrest Kay Faraday. What? What the heck are you talking about? I think Eustace's meaning was very clear. Miss Faraday is the murderer. She's dressed differently than usual. This young lady, covered in bandages, is Miss Faraday herself, correct?
You really mean to arrest her here and now? If you do, then I'll be forced to object, loudly and forcefully.
And as further confirmation were needed, there it is. The committee was right to call your conduct into question. It is questionable in the extreme. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, just go. It's fine. Fine. This is anything but fine, Kay. I still don't remember anything. So maybe I did do it. Maybe I killed that poor woman, and I just don't remember. As on those who confess their sins, it is her wish that our confession cleanse us. He applauds your commitment to the cause of justice, as do I.
Judge Gavel, Eustace. If you really intend to arrest Kay, could you at least explain your grounds for doing so? I, for one, certainly don't intend to yield. Not until I've seen some evidence to support your accusations.
Then allow me. Prepare to be hit with a face full of deductive genius, Edgeworth. Oh, good God. I don't think any of that will be happening. Why I think Kay did it. They call it the human race because somebody has to win it, and that somebody is me. I'm gonna object to that right off the bat. Oh, I gotta keep going. I won this race too. I saw it before anybody else did. Kay Faraday is the murderer, no doubt about it. Based off what? She snuck into the committee chamber looking to do some of her trademark great thieving. That makes no sense whatsoever. Which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer. Deductive genius, that was a total mess. And Detective Gumshoe is saying that, you know it must be bad.
I asked you to explain your grounds for arresting Kay, yet you've explained exactly nothing.
But we haven't seen any proof of her innocence either. It's alright, Kay. Mr. Edgeworth will pull off a miracle somehow. You just gotta believe in him. My deductions aren't acts of divine intervention, you know. Well, Miles Edgeworth, I'd hate for you to disappoint me. But in the event that you do, I'll be sure to freely let you know. I'd like to not have that happen if we can avoid that, team. If you could help. I don't even want to object to that, but we're just gonna go.
There are two major flaws with the statement you just made.
Flaws in the statement of mine? I don't make mistakes. It's literally impossible.
And that's the third flaw right there.
You're just trying to confuse me. It's a cheap tactic, even for you. Well, it won't work because I'm the world champion of not getting confused, so the world champion, he says. Okay. Do you have anything to go with that?
Would you mind explaining the grounds for your accusation in a little more detail?
Well, if you insist, prepare to be wowed, Edgeworth. I figured it all out before anybody else even had the chance. Before I even saw the scene, no, before I even heard about the case. I knew it right away. She did it. She's the murderer. It can't be anybody else. Yeek. Your grounds. Yes, sorry. I was just getting to that. Okay.
Oh, really? And what was it she was trying to steal?
No, well, a file. A very particular file. One pertaining to your professional conduct, in fact, Mr. Edgeworth. And can you prove that she needed this file badly enough to steal it? Oh, there'll be no need to go into that. Hello there, Mr. Prosecutor.
No, that won't be necessary. What? Please, Mr. Winner, continue.
Which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer.
You have proof that it could only have been Kay who committed the murder.
Nope.
Then might I suggest you try looking into other possible suspects with all due haste. For that, I believe would be the winning approach here.
The winning approach? Reports we received, the police have found no signs of anyone else's involvement.
So you're accusing Kay based on that alone. A little tenuous even for you.
Yeah, suggesting that there are other possible suspects when there clearly aren't, isn't there? Isn't? Ugh, if only I had something that could prove Kay didn't do it.
This is obviously a setup, plain and simple.
You don't have to.
It's alright, Kay, the truth will come out, I promise. I just need you to give me some time.
Oh, okay. Kay's incapable of murder. There's no way she killed Mr. Ringer. But I have to prove that somehow or she'll remain a suspect. Oh. Okay, so I can probably ignore that. I can probably ignore that. Snuck into the committee chamber looking to do some of her trademark great thieving. Which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer. What do I have? She snuck into the committee room looking to do some of her trademark great thieving. What do I have that might work against that? Yatagarasu pin that Kay always wears. Jammin' Ninja mask. A mask modeled on the Jammin' Ninja's face, made of cheap plastic. The letter Kay was carrying it is addressed to her. Don't worry, I'll make sure you get your precious thing back. Oh, okay, wait, I forgot about this entirely. Okay. But I don't think that helps. Ticket stub. Student 44728. Limited to day of purchase. Committee chamber. Okay, so I don't know if that helps. Kay remembers a person coming from beyond the concession stand and pushing her off the building. It may have been the murder weapon, judging by the wounds of the victim. Found in the victim's hand. Huh. The only thing I can think of is, are they trying to argue that we don't know who used the keycard? I don't think. A keycard that grants entry to the committee chamber found in the victim's hand doesn't necessarily mean the victim used it. What's my other... Which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosie. I don't think that's going to be it. I think it's going to be this one, but I just don't know what. I need to get to a point where I can do something with this. Because that'll explain why she came to the building. You get her little journal back. I literally can't think of anything else to try to poke holes in other than she didn't sneak in. I'm gonna try it and hope this doesn't come back to bite me. I think we're okay.
Now you're familiar with this room, Mr. Winner. It certainly sounds like you are.
What can I say? Winners know where winners go. I'm number 1 and 2 and 3.
In other words, the majority of your work is second, if not third rate.
Why do you always have to make fun of me? Because it's funny?
You can take it as a slight if you wish, but the fact remains that you seem unfamiliar with this key card.
Who do you take me for? Of course I'm familiar with it. You need one of those to get in here. Don't you? Have you no shame?
Mr. Winner, do you really even suspect Kay?
Of course I do. She did it. Faraday's the killer.
Then perhaps you can tell us how Kay got into such a secure room as this without a keycard.
You know, there was the... And she... Yeah.
A masterful summary. Now, as we know, only members of the committee have keycards, therefore only they can enter.
Precisely. Why is she agreeing with me? Please, take a look at this. I had security pull the data earlier. See, the door to this room was opened at 12:52 with Miss Ringer's keycard. Okay, what does that do? You don't know for certain, of course. But who's to say the culprit didn't enter the room with Miss Ringer and then kill her over some sort of subsequent disagreement?
It's certainly a plausible theory, but that's all it is. For one, it would require the victim and her murderer to have known one another,
which we can prove. Yeah, Gay didn't know the woman, I'm sure of it. Possibly be so sure of such a thing. That's pure speculation on your part, detective. There's no place for guesswork in the courtroom or at a crime scene. Hard evidence is what's required. In that case, are you suggesting that you have said hard evidence to support your theory? Evidence that Kay Faraday and Rosie Ringer knew one another. Yeah, we kinda do. But of course.
What?
Alright, I think that's a great place to leave it. We'll sort this out in the next episode. I hope you're enjoying this case. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.